From News 13, the morning's first news, traffic, and weather together. This is your morning news weather now.
For breast cancer survivors, moving on with life can be incredibly challenging. But this morning we have an inspiring story of a Central Florida woman, a former journalist, who beat the disease and used the difficulties she faced as a driving force to make sure other women do not have to go through the same struggles. Our interview is all new this morning.
And Lisa Kreitz is with us now, former News 13 health reporter from years ago. You're here to talk about this, and we'll go through this garment in just a moment. This is the shower shirt.
Yes.
You designed, created this whole thing. Why?
Well, essentially from a clinical standpoint, when you have a bilateral mastectomy, which I did a few years ago, you have these nice little post-surgical drains, anywhere between 4 and 6 of them in your body after surgery for 2 to 3 weeks, and you can't shower in them.
So you had breast cancer, and you were realizing that you could not take a shower. You were so limited.
Correct.
So you went, to the drawing board and came up with this design.
I did.
And just kept moving forward with it.
Correct, because when I went through this, I had to shower in a trash bag, and I was thoroughly frustrated. So basically, I kept thinking, someone's got to create a shower product, so that's what I did.
I've done my research on this, Lisa, not because I've known you for years, but there's a lot of hospitals now that have jumped on board and have ordered this for their patients. It's available for patients throughout, really, the world who are interested in getting something like this. But how do you go from the drawing board to, say, getting legislation? I know there was some kind of a project that you were working with Congressman Bill Posey and Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz. What's the latest when it comes to legislation?
Well, essentially, we've been fighting for 4 years for Medicare coverage. Ultimately, CMS came back and said, you're not going to get coverage. There's no law to support a product to help prevent infection in breast cancer patients. They said, you need to file legislation. Luckily, Congressman Bill Posey and Congressman Debbie Wasserman Schultz, both cancer survivors, by the way,
a Republican
stepped up to
and
the
a
plate.
Democrat.
Yes, bipartisan support, and filed the Post-Mastectomy Infection Reduction Act. And by the way, on that, it's as simply will reimburse for shower coverings for breast cancer patients as long as it's deemed medically necessary.
How do you move forward emotionally, having gone through breast cancer, and this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month?
I never wanted breast cancer to define my life. I wanted it to only refine my life, and hoping through my initiative in keeping women from showering with trash bags after breast amputation, that's a few steps towards that refinement.
Well, thank you so much for coming in, Lisa Kreitz, cancer survivor and creator of the shower shirt.
Senator Bill Nelson has been officially asked to file the Senate companion bill to the Post-Mastectomy Infection Reduction Act. If there are new developments in the near future, of course, we'll let you know.